well, pure heya. I literally just finished editing and uploading last week's YouTube video, and it's actually a Sunday, so because my day is feeling a bit discombobulated and it's dark out and I feel just a little bit all over the shop, I said, let's do a little reset. Let's do a little energetic, spiritual, mental, soulful reset. Hello to everybody who has been here before, and to anybody who hasn't been here before, you are very welcome, and I appreciate you for all of your energy and time, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. I have honestly a lot that I need to kind of reset. I've been feeling a little bit discombobulated, like I said, lately. I've just not felt, I suppose, connected to my spirit. I'm not necessarily religious, but I am spiritual, and I do feel like when I'm out of alignment or when I'm not in connection or in alignment with my soul, I tend to just feel a little bit off-centered. Lately I haven't been feeling very spiritual. I haven't really practiced any of my spiritual practices, I guess, and I've just kind of been living a little bit in survival mode. So we're gonna do a Sunday reset, but we're gonna step it up a notch, and we're going to do it from all aspects: soulful, physical, spiritual, mental, everything that we can do. Now, speaking of the mental, I did do a therapy session last night, a very big, heavy, juicy, humongous therapy session, about 7 o'clock. So my plan for this video for the rest of this evening is starting with cleaning my room. Okay, in case anybody didn't know, I do share my room, so that is another aspect of the spiritual side of things, because obviously it's not just my space and my energy that I'm surrounded by. So I'm gonna do a little cleanse. We're gonna do a little clean of the room. It's not necessarily that dirty, it's just that I spent my day in my bed, so I want to change my bedding. I did my nails last night. I went from like these nails to these nails, which is literally nothing. It's literally nothing. I decided to take my nails off because I want to grow them all healthy and stuff all over again. And I've had acrylics, gel, biab, everything on for the last maybe 2 years, so I want to do a little reset of my nails. So last night I did just take everything off them and just cut them down, and they were really long and they were really gorgeous and they were stunning, and now they're bald and bland and boring. But also another reason why I took this off is because, and another reason why I need to get my life together, is because I actually have a taekwondo grading on Thursday. For anyone that doesn't know, for anyone new here, for anybody that has never seen me before, one of my biggest loves of my life is taekwondo. I have been doing it since I was 13, and I'm almost a black belt, which is kind of crazy to say. Before you get your black belt, you have to get your red belt, and that's what I'm going to test for on Thursday. So, and it's now Sunday, so I have basically 4 days to kind of reset, and I feel prepared physically, but I feel like a little mentally I do have that little bit of a block, or that little bit of a just something there, something in my energy is just not feeling very let's get it, you know. So we're gonna clean, we're gonna put all this stuff away. I'm gonna, you know, open my windows, do a little sage type energetic kind of cleanse, and then I think I'm gonna have a big fast shower. Whether I have an everything shower or not, that is to be confirmed, because I don't know if I have the kind of energy to be having that, but I am gonna have a good scrub. I'm gonna wash and scrub my face and scrub my teeth, and I need to put my toothbrush on charge, because I have an electric toothbrush, lads, right, and I haven't put it on charge in about 2 months, and it's just not doing what it needs to do, and I spent good money on that toothbrush, so I need to charge it. I'm gonna basically get ready for the week, you know, set out my clothes for tomorrow, blow dry my hair, which I really hate doing, but it always makes, because, you know, if I like don't blow dry my hair, it's gonna feel greasy realistically tomorrow. I want to just kind of set myself up to have a good week. I'm gonna eat my dinner, which is basically ready right now, and then we're gonna get to it. And if you enjoy this video, as always, please give it a thumbs up, because that helps. Believe it or not, it actually does. It helps me know, do they like this kind of content? But no, seriously, if this video does help you, let me know. And if you are also doing a reset today, also let me know, because we can cheer each other on. cleaning vibes to over like big shower autistic vibes, and I deeply apologize because I know that that's not ideal. However, my room is now clean and I am about to be clean. I don't know if I want to have like a shave shower. I feel like I should, just to feel extra clean and revived and back to life. The main thing is just that I wash my greasy ass hair and blow dry my greasy ass hair. I want to like scrub my face, give my lips a scrub because my lips, winter has been eating the skin off my lips, let me tell you that much. Like, we are not having a good time. I need to invest in a good lip product. If anybody knows / has used any really good lip products, please let me know, because I may be in the content creator realm, but I'm not in the beauty industry. I'm currently using like 4 different lip balm type things and I really don't think that's helping either. Anyway, my room is so nice and fresh and it's revived, and if you need a sign to clean your room or to get out of bed today or to have a reset, let me tell you, this is your sign, because I cannot wait to be in my fresh PJs, freshly. Maybe I should shave because then I'd be like sliding off my new clean bedding and all. After I blow dry my hair, do my skincare and take my meds, hashtag reminder to myself, we're gonna do a little spiritual self-care. Usually on Sundays I do a solo day, like I try to do it every single Sunday. The last 2 to 3 weeks have been interrupted by a boy, by a man. Of course today is not necessarily a solo day, but it is, the intention of me doing those solo dates is so that way I can connect to myself and spend time with myself and take care of myself in this, not necessarily only this one day, but in particular I have one day where I can give myself all of that energy that I give to the rest of the world every other day, you know. I'm actually going to take myself on an actual date tomorrow morning. I'm gonna go get a coffee and I'm gonna read my book before I start my crazy week that I have planned. But before I do that, I need to fix my energy a little bit. I need to come back to myself and dig into myself and figure out what I need right now and what my soul feels like I'm in misalignment with. Is done, skincare also done, and I could actually end the vlog right here and be satisfied with the fact that I feel a lot more revived and a lot more myself. There's nothing a good shower can't fix, or at least for the most part. However, I want to take it that one step further, because trigger warning to anyone who has been in an abusive relationship. A few years ago I was in a very unhealthy, toxic, abusive relationship, and I say abusive because I am very, 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 very detached from all of the trauma that relationship left me. However, last night I got triggered, like really, really badly triggered, and I haven't had, like, I guess, PTSD from that relationship for a while, and I also have not really dealt with any of it, to be honest. Like, I was literally in therapy while I was in that relationship and I didn't talk about it because of everything that was going on. I just felt like ashamed and embarrassed and all of that kind of thing. Last night when I got triggered, I done a therapy session. I think I mentioned this earlier on, and it actually really helped because it helped me kind of take the first step into realizing that I need to heal from all of that, and I need to talk to somebody about all of that, and you know, get professional help. So I actually decided firstly that I'm going to go back to therapy. I was in therapy for a really long time, for like 10 years maybe, but I took a break for the last year or maybe 2 to 3 years because I just wanted to stop healing for a minute. I just wanted to like live life. While I was in therapy, I kind of felt like a little self-development project because I was just constantly trying to better myself, and that's great, don't get me wrong, but I was so engulfed by that I didn't necessarily go and live life. So over the last 3 years, or however long I've been out of therapy, I've gone traveling and I've gone and done all of the things that I wanted to do. And it's not that you can't do both. I do believe you can do both. My ADHD gets hyper fixated. So when I am focusing on one thing, I tend to just go ham on that one thing. Last night was a really big moment for me because I acknowledged that I need to go back to therapy and heal from all of this. But I also realized that since then, I haven't necessarily been able to attract the relationship that I want in my life. I have gotten into a cycle of being in situationships and being with people that don't actually want to be committed, and that sometimes aren't very nice people. And if you've ever seen any content from me, one thing you should know is that I'm a lover girl and I love love. And something that I want in my life, one of the bigger things I want in my life, is to find the love of my life and have a movie love and run off into the sunset and live happily ever after. Because I have a lot of trauma and because I have a lot of unhealed patterns, let's say, because of that relationship, I think it's kind of drawn me towards people that I don't have to commit to, or people that don't necessarily want to commit to me. And I didn't realize the link really until last night, when I realized that if I commit to somebody, then that means that I have to be that level of vulnerable. And when I was that level of vulnerable, it was truly not okay. Like, that relationship was not okay. So I am willing to do the work, I guess, in order to get better and to heal all of the scars that relationship left behind. And then hopefully one day I'll be attracting the right energy, the energy that I actually want from a man, the energy that, or the relationship that I actually desire in my life. But why any of this is relevant to Reset Sunday is because yesterday, when I was thinking about all of this and when I was regulating my nervous system to calm back down and to come out of that like PTSD moment, I kind of got caught up in the like, oh, why can't I just have the man that I desire? Why am I still hyperfixated on a relationship that was 5 years ago? You weren't hyperfixated on a relationship. Firstly, girl, you are traumatized and you you need help. But secondly, I think I'm a little bit unclear about what exactly I want in a man and what exactly I need and desire from a relationship. And yes, I know that I want to be like madly in love and all of that jazz, but I think tonight, in our Reset Sunday moment, in our spiritual cleanse, we can do just that, a spiritual cleanse of any negative situationships. Get rid of that energy off me, clear the vibes, and then maybe I might do a little bit of, not necessarily manifesting, but just maybe a little bit of vision boarding, catch the energy, get familiar with the energy that I would like to bring back into my life. So maybe Pinterest time, maybe it's making a list of all the qualities that I want in a man. I'm not entirely sure yet what exactly I'm going to do, but that is the plan for the rest of the night. And I think that going into my solo date then tomorrow, I won't be like thinking about, you know, oh, I'm just on the solo date so that way one day I get better and one day I find a man I desire. No. Sometimes we gotta dig deeper and we gotta do a little extra work, and it's not just about going and getting a cute little coffee. So I think I'm gonna light my candles and maybe make a little peppermint tea, maybe get a snack. I think I'm a little bit hungry. And then set the vibes and enjoy the vibes. Laptop, journal, we have a bowl of cereal, a peppermint tea, and the vibes. It's almost 2 a.m. Slay on the sleep routine, off to a great start. But I wanted to give you an update on what I've been doing because I kind of got a little bit hyper focused and forgot to record everything. Firstly, I made a movie love list of qualities that I want in my ideal partner. I did make a mistake here, and I don't know how to spell enthusiastic. Fun fact. Proof that my sleep routine is absolutely destroyed. So basically what I did was I have these playlists. Let me go ahead and show you. I have like a playlist on Spotify for every single mood that I have, right? Like literally every humor I could be in. And I have 3 that is kind of like a love playlist. Picture this, like you're making breakfast with the love of your life, or like those slow mornings you're reading together kind of vibe. That's this kind of energy. And it's also like what I would put on for when I'm also on a solo date, or when I'm also trying to romanticize my life kind of thing. And then we have Spin Me Around. So this playlist is like a big dramatic movie moment, but is healthy and good, like kissing in the rain, or like, you know, dancing, being spun around in your kitchen at like 2 a.m. kind of vibe. So I made those playlists because I kind of wanted to have like an energetic anchor. So whenever I want to like attract that energy, I have those playlists to go back to, if that makes sense. That's why I have all the different kind of playlists. Like I have one for when I'm getting ready, so that way if like I embody my bad bitch self and my higher self and my her, you know. So I wanted to create some little loving ones too. So that was the first thing I did. Well, actually the first thing I did was list out all the qualities that I want in a partner. And actually about 3 of them in that whole list has got to do with appearance. One is tall, one is handsome. I can't find the other one right now. For the most part, it's basically just like protective and, you know, emotionally available, emotionally secure kind of qualities, if you will. I have a solo dating Pinterest board, vision board, I guess, mostly for ideas, but also to romanticize this part of my life. But I made obviously one very long time ago, and I've just been adding to it, and it's like my whole movie love. But I had this as a section in this, so I separated it because this is a big thing that I want to achieve in my life. Now it all seems very materialistic from what you might be able to see, but like I try to really display my love languages. So my biggest love language is words of affirmation, quality time, physical touch, all of that kind of stuff. So I basically made obviously a vision board for what I'd want my dating life to look like, and then there's a section in this that has things like when I do start dating someone, has things like questions to ask and date ideas, all of that kind of thing, like stuff that can get a little deeper into it, literally called deep loving. And then to take it a step further, I went and created I actually have had this since I was maybe 13 because I really want to get married, believe it or not. But I went and added to this. So for anyone that doesn't know, almost got married. Oops, don't be looking at my dress now. I did almost get married once upon a time, and I had almost like a vision board for that, and it was like like the ring, for example, was very different and stuff like that. And then I went in and I was like really thinking about it today, and I found like I feel like I want a ring that's like a classic oval kind of shape, but a little bit unique. Do you know what I mean? And then I was just obviously adding in some proposal ideas, proposal hint. It's literally called hint, as in get the bleeding hint and do this. Thanks very much. Now, I always thought I wouldn't be a big proposal kind of girl. Just propose to me. This is what I mean. Look. So, look at this. This is what was back in the day. And then I added, obviously, to it. So, it's more the kind of energy that we're trying to attract into our life, I guess. Also, some proposal rules. Because if he doesn't ask my bestie for permission, I'm going to say no. Sorry about it. And then... Sorry, can we just look at this? Because I can't wait to get married. Because look at the kind of wedding that I want to have. So yeah, just basically added to all of this kind of energy. Guilt-free. When I say guilt-free, I mean that for so long I have had so much embarrassment and shame almost in and around wanting the love, like admitting that I want a deep love, and admitting that I want flowers and, you know, the cute little notes left on the mirror, or like the balloons in the bleeding hotel room, or whatever it might be. Do you know what I mean? Like all those little romantic gestures and that, like, not just surface level relationship. Like for so long I was afraid to admit that I actually wanted genuine love, and not just like a boyfriend, and not just like I want all of the movie moments, if you will, all of the Pinterest type things, and not for any type of like materialistic way. Like, even if I feel like I wouldn't share my next relationship on social media, I feel like if I do, it would be like that whole secret but private kind of thing, just to put out there. None of it is for show or anything. It's just, that's what my heart desires. All of that actually really helped, because by doing that, essentially it made that shame feel quieter. Do you know what I mean? Because it's okay to want all of those things. It's okay to want a whole ass list and be picky, and wait, hold on, and be picky, because you're not being picky. This is the man that is going to be the father of your kid, or that is going to be literally your husband, and that you have to spend every single day with. Like, you are allowed to want specific things, and allowed to want more, and allowed to be high maintenance, which actually isn't high maintenance just because you want more, but that's for another video. I think I might do one more thing, which I don't know if right now is the time to do it, cause I basically want to write a letter to my future husband, but I feel like I might do that when I've done a little bit more therapy and I feel a little bit more healed, and I actually am able to come from a place of like genuine love. Like, when I do the letter, it'll feel right, and I'll be able to say everything that I really want to say. But I do want to do a letter to my future husband, because it's a good way to manifest, but also to connect to that energy. And I just want him to know, even though I don't know who he is or like where he is or anything like it, that I am thinking of him. Do you know what I mean? Wishing him the best and all that. So I think I might kind of try and wrap it up, and my energy definitely feels better, but I think I might end the night, if you will, with a little meditation type session. Maybe a little, I don't know if I'll do full like cutting cord energy, but I might do a little like, what's the word, release, or like a cleanse of that old relationship I mentioned earlier on, and to try just consciously come into my body and remind myself that I'm safe, I'm in a different place right now, I can, you know, attract a different kind of love, and it's okay for me to want that love, and it's okay for me to be in a relationship, and I won't die. Essentially. So I'm gonna maybe do some like nervous system work just for the evening, maybe calm my body down, and then maybe I'll actually catch up with you in the morning for my little solo day, and we can just spend a little morning together before I leave yous once again. I know yous love seeing me. Like, I'm gonna tidy all this up because it is 2 a.m. and I do plan to wake up at 11 a.m. Let's go calm our nervous system. and I will see you in the morning. Well, I made it to my solo date. Last night actually turned out very well. I feel awkward because I know people know that I'm vlogging right now. But anyway, lock in. I done a little cutting cord ritual, and I feel like, do I not look so much better? Do I not look so much healthier? I don't know. I feel like I did that once before with somebody that I didn't want to associate with anymore, and I actually have never seen them, never heard from them, nothing ever again. So I feel like they work. I feel like you just have to be careful and make sure you're doing, like, obviously the right kind of one. Oh my god, my hair is so long, by the way. That's crazy. Anyway, so I woke up this morning. It was a little bit hard because I didn't go to sleep until like 5 a.m. if I'm correct. But I woke up at 11, got out of bed at about 12, did my makeup, and now I'm about to read this book. Well, read some of it. I doubt I'll finish it because I want to go home and shoot content and do my dream job and live my best life. And that all starts with right now. So I'm so proud of me for doing yesterday and for having that reset and having that moment to myself to reconnect to myself. I need some of my coffee that is behind you right now. Anyway, I appreciate you for watching this video and for all of your energy and time and attention, and I hope that this video helped somebody maybe reset, maybe just rejig their own energy. Whatever it might be, let me know in the comments, because if it does actually help, then I can create more content like this. For now, I'm gonna go read my little book, and then I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna plan more content, and I'm gonna plan next week's YouTube video. So if you want to see that, make sure you like and subscribe and turn our notification bell on, and I'll see you next week. But the thing is, just one more thing, if you want to see what I get up to in my solo dates, I actually have another video on exactly that, so I will make sure that it's linked down below if you want to see me on a little solo date, maybe get some inspiration and take yourself on a solo date. I love you, and I'll see you next week perhaps. Okay, bye bye.